Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Aspera. I guess I already played the alpha version of this a couple weeks ago, and really enjoyed it. It kind of reminds me of the Outpost games, and/or Surviving Mars, but the entire point of this is you land on Mars, you build a colony up, you keep things nice and stable, and you terraform the planet. I absolutely adore games like this because it actually makes me hopeful for the future, even though this is pure sci-fi speculative nonsense. So, do we do campaign? Or do we want to do Sandbox? Let's do Sandbox. Because I can only play for 5 hours, then I'm going to have to take a break. And so, if we do a Sandbox series now where it's not quite done, then we can kind of just stop whenever and not feel weird about it, whereas I can leave the campaign for the actual release date on this, because currently I just have a preview. The full game comes out in a couple of weeks on, I think it's December 5th. Let me very quickly double check. Okay, so full game embargo is December 3rd. So for now I can only play the first 5 hours of the game. That's easy enough. Dive in, and do I want to just do easy or normal? Lowers time of construction, half the normal resources, and diminishing of the greater decay. Nah, let's play normal. Normal should be fine. So is this 1.0 early access? I believe it will be full game. Yeah, this is not going to be an early access game. This is a full launch. Yeah, part of the reason why I'm fine with putting on a... I mean, obviously, normal difficulty should be perfectly fine for what I'm doing. But, putting it on easy might be too easy, and this way, you know, if it turns out that I am in trouble, well, we can save it for when this game actually comes out. Alright, landing site. One new landing site available. So I can land anywhere I want. Do we have anything that lets me check for cool resources? No. So in that case, we want to look for an area that is relatively flat. I mean, truly, up here could be kind of interesting. I guess I don't care too much about flat. This looks promising, though. Because, yeah, if it's too rough, then I'm not going to be able to build anything anywhere. This actually looks really nice. Nice and flat, plenty of places to build. Let's plunk down and see what we get. That was quick. Okay, ooh, that's static on pause. Not sure if I like it. Alright, so it's been a little while since I last played this, but it should be fine. So we've got the scanner, worker hub. We don't need the worker hub. What we want are mines. Specifically, I mean, let's start with whatever we got. That's a abandoned dome. Chemicals, water, carbon. So I'm just going to start making those. What we need specifically, solar farm. Solar farm requires glass... I think it's, yeah, glass, carbon, and aluminum. Okay, so we got two of them. We just got to figure out where glass comes out of. Let's see, glass kiln. Glass kiln takes whatever this is. Silicon. Okay. So I'm definitely going to have to get one of the areological scanners down ASAP. Okay, and let's... Actually going to put this one down kind of wherever. Oh. It doesn't like being up north for whatever reason. I'm going to just put it over there and just let that go. So did I play a demo of this at one point? Yep, a couple weeks ago. And had an absolute blast. It's a really chill colony builder. It's also very quiet. Let me turn that up. Oh, right. I turned the sound effects down because it was going badoop badoop at me constantly. I was getting real sick of that. But the actual music for this game is pretty good. There we go. That's better. But yeah, we're gonna need the scanner if I'm gonna be able to find enough glass. Hopefully I've got enough. Okay, good. We are getting more carbon. Oh, is that electronics? Oh no. Hopefully we have enough electronics sitting around. And that they've already been... It looks like they've already been earmarked for this. Because we're going to be in a lot of trouble if I can't get any more silicon soon. So what can I do with this? Amazonia was a Brazilian botanical station designed to study the performance of plants and trees from the Amazon forest under a controlled Martian environment. Not really the most useful for what I'm doing right now. Oh, shoot. Am I stuck to this entire region, and because I started up here, I'm in trouble? You know what? Instead of trying to force myself to do this, let's do a new game where I actually start in the middle of the map. Because, yeah, I was wondering why I couldn't expand further up. And I might be able to make that work, but that looks too problematic from my perspective to want to deal with. Especially, like, 3 minutes in. I can absolutely just zip through this again. Let's stick to the equator this time around. This area, yeah. And because it's Mars, there's no procedural generation on the planet. Okay, so now we start with everything we actually need. Perfect. Carbon. Carbon. Aluminum. And silicon. There we go. That's a much smoother start right off the bat. Okay. Cool. So I can speed it up as we go along. And let's make a quick scanner. I think I'm probably going to put it right there. Just because we're not likely to find a whole lot of new resources right next to our landing site. Maybe we will, who knows. But yeah, I'm only going to be able to play 5 hours of this, so chances are this is going to be one of those that we just play for maybe tonight, and then we come back in a couple of days. As much as I'd love to get, like, super in-depth with this game, and maybe I will off camera. I've heard the story mode for this is actually pretty good, and I would prefer to wait. Oh. We don't have enough electronics. Okay. But, okay, so yeah, I had to start over no matter what. I would have been in a really bad spot. So it's actually based on Mars. That's kind of awesome. Yeah. I would love to see them, as kind of a later mode, or like a DLC, start adding just totally random planets with some weird effects, just because. Does this game have sandstorms? I have no idea, actually. Okay. I wonder if I can scrap this. The main problem is, this is going to require electronics. Maybe it'll actually pull it out. Ah, it will pull out of this one, so I don't have to worry about it earmarking stuff that I don't have enough of. I might still be in trouble, though. Okay, no. I can make a glass kiln at the very least. It'd be cool if they added the other planets of the solar system, too. Ooh, yeah, that would be cool. I realize it's not terribly necessary, but, like, I don't know. I just feel like games like this are not infinitely scalable, but you can do a lot with them if you wanted to. Okay, so I'm just going to turn that one off, because we don't have enough power for it. And I'm sitting on a fair bit of coal. We're kind of running low on aluminum. I'm going to turn off the silicon one for a moment, because we're going to need the glass. Oh, but I'm going to need 3 glass. So this needs to be back on. Let's, turn the aluminum mine off for a moment. Because, yeah, I'm going to need 3 glass to make a solar farm. Okay. So there we go. Because yeah, if we can get this solar farm rolling, that means we can keep a couple of these filmed powered. And once we get that going, then I can actually start running electronics, so I can make the areological scanner and rinse repeat all the way up. But yeah, it does kind of instantly teleport through buildings. Oh, it works for me. Okay, just need one more. Yeah, I'll just let it go for the time being. Luckily, we have next to no current rush. At least, not right now. Eventually, we will. Once we get people, then it gets real bad if I start making mistakes. Okay. So we got the solar factory. I can turn the glass kiln off for a second. We're going to just build up some supplies. If you have the planet set as a series of characteristics, then you can program other planets, even totally alien ones. Yeah, I think the only thing is, if they added alien planets, I want some, like, more interesting alien tech, just for the sake of having it. Okay, so now we can get enough electronics to get the areological scanner, and then everything will be golden. So I do not want to do a colony or a research outpost yet. Let's see, worker is going to require a lot of things. Specifically, we're going to need parts. And we're going to also have to make steel. Steel requires iron as an input, and we haven't found iron yet. So I'm just going to wait on that one. Okay, and that's polymers, which is from chemicals. So now we just, unfortunately, are going to have to wait. What else can I do? I got water, and I do have chemicals that I can kind of work my way down towards. I'll start making a chemical factory just so we can start collecting it. So is this game out now? No. It'll be out December 3rd. It will be out, it will be out December 3rd. It'll be a 1.0 release. There we go. That's what I'm trying to brain. I'm not fully here. I've been a bad boy all day in Project Winter, and it's cooked my brain. Actually, I haven't been. I was only it for the very end. Anywho, so this is currently still in development, but they're letting streamers and YouTubers have access to it a little bit early, which is nice. Yeah, what's the current build at? Heck if I know. It said it on the main menu. I could go back out to the main menu, but I'll leave that for the end. Okay. So what we want to do, to some degree, is extend the solar panel further back down, because there's a power map that you can do. And you want to make sure everything is within these, like, yellow circles. There's also a battery that we can do. Stores excess power, releases it when needed. I don't know if that's actually necessary. Maybe it's good. So you're letting you play it, or up to a certain point? Just 5 hours, which is, I mean, honestly, super, I wouldn't say forgiving, but, like, that's a lot of leeway to just kind of do whatever I want for a little while. Okay, so what is this? Oh, that's iron. I don't think it's going to be within the power circle, though. Nope. Okay, the iron mine is cheap. But we have no power. But also, kind of just am killing time until the electronics factory is Dunsky. Gonna give this the priority, though. Not the glass. Okay. Let's get the areological scanner prioritized. There we go. Okay, so now we start scanning the immediate area. Everything is good. And is that solar farm is done? Perfect. So I'm just going to start extending a little bit. I want some kind of distant solar arrays just to fill this whole area out. Let's see. Is there a way to turn this up further? Because I like the music, but it actually is really quiet. Nope, we're at maximum volume. Well, it is what it is. Like I said, I know what I can do on my end. There we go. I just need something kind of loud to keep me going today. I've just been tired. This year, I mean, obviously everybody knows and has lived this just as much as I. Okay, let's stop prioritizing that. Because we only got one silicon mine and it's not putting out a whole lot, which means we need some glass. Let's see, traffic, power, maintenance, scanner. Here we go. I like this whole scanning thing. It's probably one of my favorite ideas for a game. I know a couple of these have kind of had similar mechanics. There we go. Alright, so now we should have tons of power and we've got iron. We're going to need another worker. Our traffic is atrocious. We also have 0 maintenance. But I don't have any silicon. Well, in that case, polymer factory requires chemical and coal. So I'll just build a polymer factory over there. Okay, so that way we can start working on that. We're also going to need a steel factory. Which the iron is over here. I'm gonna use some of these factories to start bridging gaps as well. If I remember right, yes, they do have a maximum number of inputs, so we are going to have to expand out further. Well, at least we got some carbon over there. I don't need carbon. Per se. Okay, so let's go back here. Do we get another scanner? I'll get another very quick scanner. What we really need is a silicon. See if we get lucky. Spirit rover. I love the little landmarks all over the place. Hey, I found the Curiosity rover. Curiosity's principal goal is to assess whether Mars ever had an environment hospitable for life forms such as microbes. Its landing site was named after the science fiction author Ray Bradbury. Ah. Let's see. How you doing, Wonder? I got a bit of a sore throat, which is dragging me down a bit. But otherwise, I've been having a good week. A lot of really good games. A lot of really good games. Like, holy shit, this fall has been amazing. Let's see. How is the time tracked? Are they just hoping the streamer upholds the time frame they set up? Yeah. I can't imagine, like, Raw Fury and whoever's handling their PR on this one. I think it's still Sandbox Strats. Shout out to them. They're lovely people. Can I do workers yet? No, because we're going to need a parts factory first. Which is going to require iron and aluminum. I'll just start working on that. Let's see. But I think they're mostly relying on honor rules. It should be really obvious who's been playing for longer than 5 hours. Because I don't think this is a particularly short sandbox game. Like, I think you are supposed to be able to play it for a while. And so, yeah, I sincerely doubt I'm going to be... I'm not going to say here for long. I sincerely doubt I'm going to get that far within 5 hours. And so they'd be able to be like, hey, you've got the mega laser that can blow up Earth. And then, you know, get real mad at me. What they don't know is I've been practicing my speedrunning techniques. So I'm actually going to speedrun through the whole game in 30 minutes. I've got 11 minutes left to get to the end, so we'll see how that goes. But you know, you can't stop me from being too powerful. That's illegal. Okay, so we got some chemicals up there. Still no silicon, which is a little bit of a worry. Okay. Oh shit, I've got a ton of parts. I just realized. So in that case, let's get a worker factory down. I should have the bits for it, and if I don't have the bits for it now, I should have it soon. Because the more workers we have, the more resources I'm going to be able to get. Okay, other thing would be a maintenance facility. Which, do I have poly? Oh yeah, I got tons. Let's see. Yep, okay, we put that down in an okay spot. Okay, so worker factory needs stuff. I'm gonna prioritize this to some degree. We're also going to need a worker hub, because I can't build anything without. But these don't have a range, so they can just go wherever the heck they want. Okay, there we go. There we go. So, how many workers can this hold? Does it actually say? Worker hub. Amount 1. Oh, I see. It just says how many I have. Okay, so each worker hub can only hold 1. I'm gonna just kind of generally put worker hubs in semi-various locations. Spread them out a little bit. Let's see. Take a look at maintenance regions. I know there's a way to check. I guess it's probably just putting it down another oh, wait, no. It's not done yet. That's the answer. Okay. So question, neither the glass kiln or the electronics factory are favored, which is good. Iron, iron, iron. Not a single bit of silicon, though. Like, my demand is massive, and my supply is abysmal. How are they doing condition-wise? It's getting down there. Let's see. Let's prioritize electronics. We've actually got 15 glass that I'm just sitting on. And so I'd rather get that out first. Is it F1 to change views? F1, 2, 3, and 4. It's also just these buttons up here. Let's see. This should give me what we need soon, kind of. We have some electronics. Boy. Okay, but I will have a second work boy soon, which should speed everything up. Good. Okay, we just got another worker hub. It's already fueled. Cool. So what do I prioritize here? Because I'm... Oh, nope, that requires 8 electronics. Woo, okay. Let's just take a look at the scanners for a bit. They get faster the more of them I have. Okay. Closer to that for a second. What is that? We don't know. Huh. That's a new one. Silicon! Hey! That'll solve some problems. What else do we need? Chemicals. Okay. Yeah, at this point, let's beef up our mining operations here. Because I'm actually running a little low on a lot of things. I was putting it off a little bit, but now I don't need to worry about it. Okay. So let's do that. But I'm going to need a maintenance facility out here. So I might as well use that as the one to connect, maybe? Okay. Maintenance facility there. And we're probably going to need another solar farm. Yeah, I'll just put it there. Yeah, they slow down the further they have to scan, too. Nice part is, they still have wider range than my base currently has. Uh-oh. Okay, well, this is going to be a problem. Youch. Didn't mess me up too bad, but still, youch. Good thing I got my stuff out of there. You know what? What else do we get? You know what? Let's actually just get a worker hub down here, because I'm going to need more of them. And that way I can put the solar farm slightly further out, where it's not quite as wasteful. There we go. I love seeing the routes spider out and pick the most optimum one. That's such a sweet visual effect. Okay. So we're in a decent spot. We're getting a lot of base resources. I actually have a lot of electronics. What am I missing here? Aluminum. Aluminium. Aluminum. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to prioritize the aluminum mine. Let's take off bot priority. And that. And the worker hub. Because we don't need either of those. But we do need the aluminum mine, otherwise I'm not going to be able to make a damn thing for a while. Okay, so let's take a look. Maintenance, is covered, though these are getting pretty messed up. Well, next order of business, prioritize... They're too close together. Prioritize that maintenance hub, or this aluminum mine's gonna go down. That's why things are kind of slow. My efficiency is bad. Okay, so that worker hub's outside of the power range, but that's fine. Look at the solar range down. Be careful with positioning. It's very easy to block resource nodes. I've been pretty careful. This area is the only spot that I'm kind of leery about, but no, we're fine. Oh no, we were just running low on power. Well, in that case, let's I don't entirely know how I want to handle this, because we're going to need more power. I'd like to use this to expand. But I don't think I have too much of an option. So we might want to just make kind of like a spare solar farm around an area that just has nothing. Yeah, let's just do that. At least for now. Okay, you no longer need to be prioritized. How's the bot production going? Bad. We're still low on electronics and aluminum. Oh no, we got plenty of aluminum. Okay, and it looks like this has put us very heavily back in the green. So what else do we need? Probably next up, looking at this, we're probably going to want to start looking into food. And then a spaceport. Well, I guess let's start with a spaceport. Build that nice and kind of close in the middle of my entire base. If I ever get hit by an asteroid out here, I'm in trouble. Also doesn't look like there's anything useful out this direction. I should have gone this way. Okay, in that case, worker hub. Maintenance facility. Let's just plunk those down. Looks like electronics are still kind of generally my issue. Limited on... looks like... no, not silicon. I think actually... oh, no. Yeah, limited on aluminum. Which we have plenty of, so I think the main issue is just bought thoroughfare. Ooh. Okay, I'm just gonna keep the worker factory prioritized. If only just because the more workers I have, the faster everything gets done. What about a battery for shortages? Yeah, probably should. We're just low on electronics and I'm being a bit stingy. Okay. Slap down another solar panel. We got tons of carbon. Which I know I'm inevitably going to need. But I'll probably wait for later. How's this doing? Oh, that's actually fine. So we still just need more aluminum. Which I don't think I have a greater supply of. I got a bunch sitting around, so maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe we just truly do need more worker hubs and nothing more. Well, this area is not terribly exciting. But I'm gonna kind of expand in this general direction anyway. What is my... oh! It's not exciting because... let's actually scrap that. And let's get one scanner here. Because, yeah, it looks like the two scanners I have slowly radiating out from the center. But I'm starting to reach uncharted territories. Yeah, so let's get that one done first. Okay. So far, so good. The spaceport is not a high priority. Prioritize that scanner real quick. Yeah, this whole area is outside maintenance region. Okay. So we got that scanner done. Good. Looks like I put that down in a fine spot. And I'm glad I backed out of this, because yeah, there are resources out here. Is there a max range on scanners? No. But they start slowing down the farther out it is. So this guy goes much faster than these two. I will probably eventually scrap these. It looks like I get all the resources back. And, yeah, move them further out. But I figure I'd leave that for a bit. Okay, so we got a lot of ice, we got a lot of water. Got more silicon, no aluminum. Well, you know what? Do we scrap these? I'm gonna go with yes. We're just gonna rebuild them further out. Because there's no point in keeping these scanners. Let's see. Super close to the base when I can rebuild them elsewhere. Hey, we got a spaceport already. In that case, pause How do we spaceport? Knowledge base. Not that. Not that. Oh, is this it? Here we go. Active, done, available. Migration of colonists from Earth. No costs. Add. Cool. Let's leave that for a bit. Where the hell is my base? There it is. We should at least get the colony stuff built. Otherwise, we're gonna be in trouble. Okay, so let's start with a pair of water extractors. And another chemical plant. Get those slapped down. We should probably also get some more worker hubs. Let's see. The more work dudes I have, the better. And I can kind of use them to network my base better so that there are more thoroughfares. This is a bop. I like this. Okay, so how's my scanning progress going? This one ain't done yet, but I kind of guessed that. I've got a ton of workable area. I just could use more aluminum at some point. Oh, what is this? Traffic. Okay, so this area down here has pretty bad load. They all do. Which means we need more workers. Let's see. So let's just drop all these down. Alright. Then speed it up. And honestly, we can probably do times 16. Okay, so we got water. Basic colony capacity, a lot. Let's... Oh. Pause? Food factory. I'm gonna need this, aren't I? Let's make a second one. Just for the sake of crazy pants. And yeah, seeing as this is this big open area with not a whole lot in it, I'm gonna use this area as my colony zone. Okay. Everything looks pretty peachy keen. Gonna take a little bit to put it all down. Do we get another steel factory? Yes. Okay, next up, maintenance. Is currently covered, we don't have to worry about it. Sector load is pretty low. Traffic is still terrible. I'm just going to use the worker hubs to kind of slowly expand out. Because we're going to need tons of workers. Oh, you're a problem. You don't have any power. Well, I feel mildly foolish. Wait. Oh, we're just low on power. Guess who's not paying attention to what he is doing? Okay, there we go. And note to self, probably build those batteries. As suggested. Okay, how are we doing on resources? We're actually doing fine. So we might want to up our electronics production. Polymers and parts seem to be fine. And I'd up our steel production, but we currently don't need it. Okay. I'm going to prioritize my 2 solar farms there and there. Just because whatever the power outages are, we want to solve them quick. There we go. Alright. We're back in the green at least for a moment. But I should keep an eye on power and generally keep it above 100. Okay. Any other notable no power locations? Yep, out here. Okay. How are we looking on usable resources? We've scanned a bunch of regions, but it doesn't look like any of them are amazing. So I'm just going to let that go for a bit. Okay. So let's have a secondary micro solar farm. Just kind of in this immediate region. Because my demands are high. But I'm currently fine. That's going to be a problem. Oh. You're fine. What is your problem? Just probably lack of immediate resources. We need more silicon and we need more, or not silicon. We need more electronics. That's really all it boils down to. Okay. So, I don't think there's a way I'm going to be able to get around my sheer lack of electronics. So I'm just going to slap another factory down over here. Alright, and this is a pretty good stopping point, at least for now. I really like this game. It's zen, more than anything else. I was expecting a little bit more depth as opposed to just, like, expanding out endlessly like I have been. And maybe to some degree I don't need to do this, but from what I can tell, it really does seem like cover Mars in colony stuff? Industry, really, and just turn it into my giant super factory that just reaps all of the resources from the surface of the planet and then eventually crumbles under its own weight. But that is what it is. Okay, so, first and foremost, obviously, this is the Sandbox preview that I'm currently playing right now. I believe this is the full game. I didn't see anything about early access on any of the messaging they've sent me. So I think this is going to be full release on December 3rd. So when that comes out, I will be playing this in the campaign mode. For now, though, we've got at least probably good 4, 5, 6 more episodes where I just kind of fool around in Sandbox mode for a while. It's a fun game. It's really zen. I like the music. I love the topographic visuals, and I probably won't do it for like 2 more hours in-game, but eventually I actually zoom in on those structures that I've been building this entire time. They actually look really nice. Like, it's a bit of a shame that I spend all of this time zoomed out, but this is a good-looking game. That's got a lot of potential. I hope that they don't just leave it when it comes out. That I feel like this is actually the kind of game that would benefit from having a couple of content release stuff, early access style, but obviously this isn't early access, but, you know, just a couple extra features. Mainly, I would love to see them introduce new planet types. You know, let's go to Venus. Why not? It doesn't have to be fully accurate after a certain point. You know, use a lot of these techs, but have more about air filtration, cleaning, and so on and so forth, and have more of the issues be about, you know, dealing with an extremely toxic atmosphere. And, like, you know, let me start with Cloud City, or something like that. And, you know, if that has to be a sequel or something, then so be it. Because I love this formula. And I'd love to see them take it a lot further than they currently have. So, with all this said, like I said earlier, this game will be out on December 3rd. On Steam, at least on Steam, I don't know if it's going to be on any other platforms. And it's probably fine. I don't know how well this would perform on consoles. I can't really imagine playing this with a controller. I could see it working, but I could also see it being clunky. Anywho, so yeah, I'll be back for campaign mode then. So until then, if you guys like this episode in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe, because I got a couple more episodes of my Sandbox playthrough, and then we'll be back for the campaign. I'm repeating myself here, but we'll be back for more when I actually can. So for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.